So in Starfield there are a bunch of different skills available, and each time you level up you're going to get a skill point, and I don't think there is a cap in this game. You can eventually unlock every single skill at max level. It's just about how much time you play the game and like when you get it done. And what we're going to do in this video is go through the skills that I believe you need to unlock early in the game because they are by far the most beneficial. So if we start with the physical tab, you have boxing. I wouldn't really worry about unarmed attacks dealing extra damage. You have fitness, which gives you more oxygen. I would definitely put a point into fitness. Then you've got stealth, that's completely optional. Your carrying capacity, I would say that's optional. And I would say that's optional because you've got Vasco, which is a bot that comes around with you like a robot, and you can trade things and let Vasco carry some. Also, the Frontier, your starting ship, has quite a big cargo hold as well. So at the start, you don't really need to worry too much about your carrying capacity. However, do worry about becoming over-encumbered. It's going to make you use more oxygen. It's just going to cause more stress than anything else. Then after weightlifting, we have wellness, increases your max health. You don't really need to worry about this one unless you find yourself dying a lot and struggling. But wellness, I wouldn't really go with. So out of physical, the only one I would really focus on is fitness. Then when it comes to the social tab, you have commerce, you have gastronomy, persuasion, scavenging, and theft. Theft is it's optional. I wouldn't personally go with it at the start of the game. Scavenging, again, you're getting extra credits, but you've got missions and stuff you can do to earn a lot of credits quick. Then when it comes to persuasion, this one can be good, although I don't think you're going to use it too often at the start of the game. The only bit of persuading I've done within like 2 or 3 hours of gameplay was once, and it was like a tutorial sort of persuasion, and it succeeded straight away. So again, optional. It can be good, but it's not absolutely necessary. Then when it comes to gastronomy, that was just a starting one that I had. It lets you craft specialty food and drinks and research additional recipes, so it's not too important unless that's something you want to do. And then commerce, I'm going to say you absolutely need to unlock, because you buy items cheaper and you sell them for more. For an example, there was a book I picked up called Moby Dick, and with this first level of commerce, I was able to sell it for 81. But when it comes to ships, and when you get this one leveled up, ships are really, really expensive. I saw one for like 270 something thousand. So buying for 5% less, you're knocking a decent amount of money off that. So out of the 5 social ones to start with, I would highly recommend putting a point into commerce. Then when it comes to the combat tab, you've got ballistics, which is your weapons do more damage. You've got dueling, so melee weapons do 25% more damage. You take 10% less while wielding a melee weapon. Then you've got laser weapons, pistols, or shotguns dealing 10% more damage. So these 3 are completely optional. If you are using one weapon type more than any other, I would probably stick a point into one of them. So for an example, if you're using a laser weapon, stick a point into that because you're going to get 10% extra damage. But that's only if you don't have ballistics. Ballistics means that your ballistic weapons do 10% more damage, and that's for all weapon types. And then this second one, unless you're using melee a lot, I wouldn't bother with it personally. So the one I would prioritize out of combat is definitely going to be ballistics. Then when it comes to science, I haven't yet put any points in because I've made a lot of mistakes in the start of this game. But you have astrodynamics, so you increase your grav jump range of jump drives by 15%. You have geology, so you get more common and uncommon inorganic resources from surface objects. You then have medicine, so your med packs, your trauma packs, and emergency kits are going to restore additional health and faster. Then you've got research methods, so the resources required to craft items and complete the projects is reduced by 10%. And obviously all of these skills are going to upgrade in rank once you've done certain challenges. Then you have surveying, and that adds an optional zoom to the hand scanner, and your scan distance gets increased to 20 meters. So this one, surveying, pretty decent. It's very, very important to scan all the time. If you pop up your scanner, you can fast travel back to your ship when you're on a planet roaming around. With your scanner, you can survey planets and stuff, and you get XP for it. It's really, really helpful. So surveying is one that I would definitely put a point into early. Research methods, I would leave alone for the time being, along with medicine, unless you find yourself healing very often. Then when it comes to geology, the same again, not really bothered at the start of the game. And the most important one I'm going to say is astrodynamics. And I say that because there are missions, like there's something called a mission board. You go up, you collect missions. Some of them are going to require transporting people to and from different planets. This can send you, like, in terms of the systems you'll travel through, it can send you like 8 systems away from where you are. And I actually tried doing one of these in my playthrough, and yeah, I got to the very last gravity jump, and I didn't have the range for it. So just so that you can clear missions, I 100% recommend, and would probably prioritize in the Science tab, using a skill point on Astrodynamics. So out of the 5, I would do Astrodynamics, and I would do Surveying. Then when it comes to the Tech tab, you've got Ballistic Weapon Systems. It's so that your ship's weapons have increased damage, and they cost less to use in targeting mode. Then you've got Boost Pack Training. You can utilize boost packs. And then we've got piloting, so you can utilize ship thrusters. Then you've got security, which is going to be your lockpicking. And we've got the targeting control systems. It unlocks the ship's targeting functionality. So out of this one, ballistic weapon systems, I mean, you don't need to deal the increased damage at the start of the game, so I wouldn't really focus on that one. Your boost pack training, probably going to come in really handy. And then you can utilize ship thrusters, don't really need to do that one. Then security, I'm going to say, is by far the most important skill to unlock in the whole game, especially at the start. Because you can go onto some missions that require having a, I don't know, say for pure example, a rank 3 security skill, because some of them are going to have doors where you are locked out unless you have high level lockpicking. And you get really good rewards from picking certain locks of containers and stuff. So I would definitely put a point into security. And then the last one, targeting control systems, not bothered about the target functionality at the start of the game for your ship. So that is my guide on the best Starfield skills to unlock early. And on that note, we are going to leave the video there. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like is appreciated. If you wish to support me further as a creator, there are links in the description. Let me know your thoughts about the video in the comments. And if you want to watch more, you can click the video on screen. All support on the channel is greatly appreciated, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for watching.